instructions are we'll be covering the standard DNC. Basically, DNC is drilling ceremony. All right, for the film right now, you just seen basically everybody just was yelling. You know what I'm saying? There was not an actual command that was called or whatever the case may be as far as DNC. But we have two purposes in this this class. The purpose or standard purpose is to make sure you as a leader basically know how to call commands and the proper commands with the actual command voice, i.e. preparatory command, command execution. General command is to familiarize you guys with actual basic standards of how to actually give a command. You know what I'm saying? So your soldiers or whoever the case may be can actually do a actual preparatory command, command execution, and they actually execute it properly. You understand? That's right. All right, safety. All right, safety is paramount in each class. However, you know, we're in a room, so if anything was to go wrong, we gotta exit in the rear of the classroom. All right, next slide. All right, the method. All right, I'm gonna be teaching this class the lecture method along with the aids of the PowerPoint and camera. Next slide. All right, testing. You will not be evaluated at the end of this period of instructions. However, I will ask you maybe a series or maybe 1 or 2 questions after this period of instruction. Cool. All right, recap. We're capturing the purpose. All right, so purpose of this class, what is how you'll be evaluated, safety, and the method that I'll be teaching this class. Do we have any questions on how we teach this period of instructions? No? Sure. All right, next. All right, where did we basically inherit cadence on military drill? Basically, what we inherited is basically this guy. He was a French admiral or ambassador. His name was what? Baron von Steuben. That's one of your boy questions. Next. Baron von Steuben. He was a French guy who George Washington actually hired because basically the U.S. was getting beat up by the British. That's a little bit of your military history. You know what I'm saying? That's a board question. He also invented a book, and this drilling ceremony book actually spread it throughout the military itself. Actually, the Navy, the Air Force, the Coast Guard, and so forth. All right? Next slide. What is the main purpose of drilling ceremony? Basically, the main purpose of drilling ceremony back in those days, in the 1970s, 1978, was basically to instill discipline, stability, command control, but the most basic purpose is for small unit leaders to get their soldiers or to get their military personnel from one place to another. That's another board question. From one place to another, in an orderly manner. But it's instilled discipline, stability, self-reliance, self-endurance, and all that good stuff. Next slide. Next slide. Next slide. Now, what is a preparatory command and command and execution? Slide. A preparatory command is basically it's a command that's getting you ready or getting your leaders or as you were, getting your soldiers or whoever you're leading ready for an executing command. The preparatory command is such and such as company. That's a preparatory command to get the company's attention. You tracking what I'm saying? And they say attention, that's the executed command. You understand where I'm coming from? So the preparatory command basically is to get you guys or whoever you're leading or whoever you're marching to get your attention to, hey, we're finna execute another command. That's where preparatory command and execution actually comes in play. Tracking? Go ahead. What is a voice command? This is the main thing that we actually need to focus on as far as leaders. You know what I'm saying? You guys are leaders, believe it or not. Because one day you'll be marching guys, or one day you'll actually be in front of a command. Just like this morning, I'm marching the whole company, or I'm drilling the whole company, and I'm not a first sergeant. Y'all tracking what I'm saying? So one day you guys will be in there. Command voice is everything. Command voice is the key. I don't even care if you're wrong. The command voice is a key for you to actually execute for the soldiers or whoever in front of you to execute. If you don't have that command voice, you would not actually get these soldiers or whoever you're actually marching attention. You have to have that, even when you're marching. A command voice actually emulates actually leadership. It actually emulates actually responsibility. It actually emulates self-reliance in you. So you're relying on yourself to move these soldiers from one place to another. Y'all tracking where I'm coming from? All right, next slide. Stay right there. You probably can't see it, but once again, it says it, that it gives the commander actually a sound of letting the soldiers know, I need speed, I need intensity, and I need sharpness. Every command that you give out of your mouth always be crisp. For example, platoon, attention. If you project your voice and they let you know you mean business. You track where I'm coming from? Next slide. All right, conclusion. The conclusion is we're gonna recap basically. We basically talked about the history of Daggone DNC, why we do the purpose of DNC, what DNC drilling ceremony is actually for, and why we do it. All right. Do I have any questions? Next slide. Do I have any questions? What's up? All right. If I don't have any questions, I got a question for you. Colossio, what's the purpose of DNC? Drilling ceremony.
To get your group from one place to another.
In an orderly manner.
In an orderly manner.
Correct. All right. Simmons. Okay. Who actually inducted drilling ceremony for George Washington?
Mr. Admiral von Steuben.
Okay.
Frederick von Steuben.
Von Steuben.
Baron. He was a baron. He was a French baron.
French baron.
He was also an American ambassador. So it was Ambassador Baron Frederick von Steuben.
Right.
He's from France.
Yes.
And George Washington.
Yes.
Yes.
Make sure.
Do I have any questions? Okay, this is the conclusion of period of instructions. Take this information that I have passed to you guys and pass it to your peers and subordinates. That's it.
The original cadences were done by drum. Remember in the